2 months ago, I made this video talking about how I invested $5 a day for 30 days on the Momo Singapore app, and that video totally blew up on my channel to over 30,000 views. But after I made that video, I got so many comments from you guys like, bro, why don't you just buy one whole lump sum instead of investing $5 every single day? What's the point of investing for just 30 days? And the most popular one of them all is how much money do you pay in fees for buying every single day? So this time, I decided to take on the same investing challenge, but with a slightly different twist. I will instead be investing $5 a day for 60 days on the Longbridge Singapore app. So in this video, I'm going to answer all those burning questions. How much money it actually costs to buy every single day, whether daily investing is actually realistic, and most importantly, how much money I made in the last 60 days. Let's go! So if any of my videos have helped you make some money or given you motivation and much needed inspiration to continue living life in a better way, especially in Singapore, can I please ask you guys to consider subscribing to the channel? It's like investing back into the channel, except this one doesn't cost you anything at all and it's free of charge. And of course, the more this channel grows, the bigger the investing challenges that I can take on in the future, so thank you for that. So after seeing how well that last video did, I knew people would be somewhat curious to see what happens if I did it all over again. But this time for a longer period of 60 days and on a platform without the RSP, a regular savings plan that automatically invests for you. So with the Longbridge Singapore app, there's no automation. It's all manual, and I mean all manual. I had to log in every single day to invest myself. And at first, I have to be honest, I thought that was a weakness and it was such a tedious process. But then midway through, as I was investing and when I was doing this video and I was just recapping on things, I realized it was the perfect setup to train discipline and consistency, which is what my channel and personality is really all about. Because if I have to manually invest every day, no matter how tired or busy I am, that's the true test of whether I can stay consistent with investing. So for this 60-day challenge, I'll be buying the same stock, VOO, the S&P 500 ETF, for $5 a day every single day. Definitely not because it's something super exciting and shiny out there like Bitcoin that moves like crazy, but because it forces me to show up and build the habit of investing. This challenge isn't about making the most amount of money, it's about training that investing muscle and building the system that actually lasts for you all the way to retirement. So one of the most popular questions from my last video was how much do you actually pay in fees if you're investing $5 a day? That video totally blew up with these comments. Everyone was asking why are you buying every single day and how much money are you spending in commissions, right? I don't know why people are interested in that. Shouldn't you be interested in how much money I'm earning at the end of the day? Who cares about the commissions? I mean, they do add up after a while, yes, but you should be interested in how much money I earn, right? Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. I'm guessing a lot of people thought that I'll be paying a ton of commission fees when I'm buying just a small amount every single day, which means I'm making a hell of transactions. I guess that's a pretty valid question, because if you're buying $5 per trade but you're paying $1 commission on every trade, then that's quite dumb, right? Because you instantly lose 20% of your investment before the trade even begins. That's probably why it's interesting, because I'm using the Longbridge Singapore app because they offer lifetime commission-free trades for US and Singapore stocks, which makes this whole $5 a day challenge actually possible. But here's the catch. Even though it's commission-free, it's technically not completely free because most brokers will charge a processing fee and a platform fee. However, because I have a 5,000 USD platform fee coupon, I don't have to pay the platform fee either. And so from this screenshot here, you can basically see that for a $5 trade, I only paid 1 cent USD. That kind of sounds a bit wrong, but yeah, 1 cent USD for the clearing fee, and that's it. So for all the haters out there who said that my portfolio is going to be eaten away by commissions, what do you guys have to say about it right now? On top of that, if you're a new user to the Longbridge Singapore app, you'll also be able to get up to $800 worth of rewards if you sign up with them today. If you deposit $2,000 or $10,000 into an account, complete the required buy trades, and hold the money for 30 to 90 days, you'll receive fractional NVIDIA and Apple shares as well. If you're interested, I'll leave all the details down below in the description box, and you guys can sign up with the link there, or you can scan the QR code here for quicker access. I'm making this super easy for you guys to get started, man. If you don't get started, that's on you, right? So yeah, that's how day one started. $5 invested with only a 1 cent clearing fee and a clean portfolio with nothing but big dreams for the future. But the real test comes after the first month of investing. By day 30, I must admit that the excitement was totally gone. I wasn't particularly excited about this portfolio anymore, but because of my undying commitment to making YouTube videos for you guys, I kept going like a big man that makes good on his promises. But I'll be honest, some days I really did forget to invest, but I didn't beat myself up for it. I just continued the next day again and got back to it. That's what discipline is. I really like this quote where I think maybe Jay Shetty said it. Discipline is not never falling off the bandwagon of doing the thing that you've promised to do, but falling off and getting back as quickly as you can without beating yourself for it. And I like this version of discipline so much more than grinding hard and showing up every single day without missing any day just because you promise yourself to do it, right? Some days we are human, we are stressed, we are emotional, we are tired, things happen, right? Just get back to it, doesn't matter. So over time, I do find myself checking the markets less often. The ups and downs didn't bother me anymore. When prices dropped, I knew they'll eventually recover because I've been through this once before already, right? When we hit all-time highs, I didn't feel the panic to sell either because I knew it would go higher again someday because I was just investing for the long term, and of course I was doing it for the second time, so you can say that I'm a bit of a veteran, right? I realized that I had almost become emotionless and calm. I was just logging in every single day, just going through the process of buying, checking the price that I need to buy it at, and then just exiting the app. That's it. I don't even look at the price anymore. I don't even look at the news anymore. I just set it and forget it. And of course that calmness came from one thing: consistently to show up almost every day and doing it for 30 days straight. Around this time, I was also reading this book called The Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett, and I came across this concept called idleness aversion. This was very, very interesting to me. I had to stop the book and quickly pen down my thoughts and write stuff into my community as well, and really let people know about this whole concept. And it basically says that humans are wired to stay busy, and most of us, funnily, actually feel happier when we're doing something, even if we're forced to do it, which is so weird, right? We want to have autonomy, we want to have freedom, we want to do the things we want to do, but we cannot take it when we are idle and we're not doing anything. So a great example from the book was Uber. Uber added that little animation on the app showing how long it would take your driver to arrive and where your driver actually is right now. You probably think, wow, what a small thing that they added in. It's retarded, right? It's not going to change much things. It doesn't change anything physically, but it changes everything mentally and psychologically, because it doesn't make your driver arrive anytime quicker, but it gets you occupied while you wait. And when people have something to do, they will keep their itchy ass fingers to themselves and cancel fewer rides. You have the trust that your driver is reaching you, he is on his way, and he's somewhere here right now, and he's going to reach you eventually, right? But this simple concept kind of lit a light bulb in me. We kind of need that same comfort or something to do when it comes to investing as well. People hate being idle and not doing anything. When the markets are up, they'll think, oh, it's too high right now, let me sell some stocks to lock in some profits because it's going to go lower later. Or when the markets are down, they will think, oh, it's time to sell right now, the markets are going to drop afterwards as well. Everyone feels the need to do something and be productive, when ironically long-term investing works best when you don't do anything and just leave your portfolios alone, similar to my girlfriend's cat. She's happiest when I don't harass her and I just leave her alone, right? And that's why this challenge was perfect for me. Logging in every day and buying just $5, it gave me a sense of doing something, even if it was tiny and insignificant at the moment. That one small action kept me busy in the right way. And that's when it really clicked for me. Consistency doesn't come from motivation. It comes from accountability and showing up every day to build this habit. And that's also why I started the Millionaire Project, to help people stay on track with their investing goals so they don't fall into this same trap of overthinking or overtrading. But I'll talk a bit more about that later. And that brings us to day 60 right now. Well, technically as we're recording this video, we are at day 66. So those of you who have watched till this point, congratulations, you deserve to know exactly how much money I made after 66 days. The portfolio as of now has earned me a total of $517.08. Now, you'll probably be super confused and have this question in your head. How in the world did I invest for 66 days and earn $517? Isn't that super insane? My initial investment is only $330 for the last 66 days, but yet my profit is over $500. Let me explain. When I first signed up for the Longbridge Singapore app, I had to make 5 buy trades to qualify for the new user promotion, and I decided to buy 5 shares of VOO back then. That's why you see that this portfolio is actually a bit bigger than it should be. So no, it's not that I earned $500. If I take away the initial investment of $3,000, I have invested $330, and the total portfolio size is $348 based on that investment itself, which means I essentially earned $18 in the last 66 days, and that's about a 5% profit. Not bad for investing for just over 60 days. And that brings us to lessons learned from this whole investing journey of buying consistently for the last 66 days, which it's been a super long time, right? Lesson number 1 is that for sure, lump sum investing is going to be more realistic long term rather than buying every single day. That way you can save on fees and the hassle of having to remember every single day and buy every single day, right? That would be my preference, just because I'm kind of lazy and I want the most efficient way of doing things with the highest amount of productivity. Lesson number 2 is that this challenge is actually really good to build that investing muscle and mindset for beginners or people who struggle to be consistent. It's actually something that really surprised me as I was going through the challenge and reading Steven's book, because you know, sometimes when you read the right thing at the right time and things just click magically in your head. So for people who are new to investing, you worry about every single damn thing, right? The right broker, the right stock, the right time, whatever it is, you worry about everything. This challenge has to curb all that and get you started with just $5 a day, which just about anyone can do because people buy $5 coffees in Singapore all day long, right? And you just need to do it consistently for a good period of time before you earn this investing muscle and it becomes just muscle memory for you. Throughout this entire journey of investing, you'll see the markets move up and down and you'll feel the emotions for investing throughout all these moments. Overall, you'll likely come to the same conclusion that no matter what you do, all you can control is your input and efforts, which is to consistently invest. So it's perfect for beginners to get started, get good at managing their emotions, and then increasing how much money they want to invest after they complete this challenge. It could be a 30-day challenge, 60-day challenge, 90-day challenge, whatever they set out to do for yourself, right? Lesson number 3 is actually more for the intermediate investors, which is what we mentioned on the idea of idleness aversion. Doing this challenge or task every day allows us to feel busy or productive. With that, you won't be tempted to do anything stupid or dumb with your long-term investing portfolio. But staying consistent when you have discipline and momentum is the hardest part when you're doing it alone. And that's why I started the Millionaire Project, a small private community to inspire 10,000 Singaporeans to invest $100,000 responsibly to become future millionaires. Of course, the disclaimer here is nobody is guaranteed to become a millionaire. This is just my vision and goal for people. If they invest consistently, they will see some form of results in the future, and hopefully we are pushing towards that millionaire status. There are no stock picks in here, just us sharing our progress, holding each other accountable, and focusing on overcoming all these psychological challenges that comes with dealing with personal finances and investing. If that sounds interesting to you, you can sign up below the link in the description box or scan here to sign up. If you enjoyed this video here, then you'll probably enjoy this video here as well. Thanks for watching, have an amazing day as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye.